Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're all doing fine in this pandemic. Now, for today's topic, I want to talk about TikTok. And I wasn't actually going to make this video. My original video was about the Lopez brothers and their pedo allegations, but I recently discovered something more shady about TikTok, and I could be completely wrong here. Alright, I admit it, but I just want to put this out there because it's really noticeable to some degree. So when I was doing research on the Lopez brothers, I couldn't help but stumble upon some of the famous TikTokers like Charli D'Amelio and Zach King or Edison Ray and all those famous types of people. Now, I noticed that in the top 100 of those followers, none of them are really black. And I hate to be that guy like, oh, there's not enough black people in this thing, or there's not enough, whatever you have. Insert whatever, and doesn't have enough black people in it. Now, excluding the already famous black people like The Rock, Jason Derulo, or Will Smith, there's not a lot of black people reaching the milestones as white people do on TikTok. And I want to make it clear, I'm not a big TikTok fan, alright? I never go on the app. I just do some research sometimes about people like the Lopez brother will have allegations on them, and I can't help it but to just go to TikTok and watch some of their TikToks or their recent response to these types of things. And let me tell you, I really don't like TikTok. Like, the people TikTok make famous are the same type of people who have no talent or are the most egocentric persons I ever know. Because much of personality, you don't know the person. The only thing you see is, I like that face, I like your dance move, you become famous now because I like your moves and your face. Which brings me to my next point. The fact that most of the famous black TikTokers excluded don't get that famous. And before you raise your pitchforks and say, oh well, this black person is famous, this black person is famous, I'm just talking like in the top 100 or even in the top 200. Because maybe you can find a few of them, but most of them are just white people. And listen, I'm not saying this isn't possible, like most white people are famous because that's just but what people like, but I can't help but notice that TikTok has a bias for people who are like beautiful or in their beauty standards kind of beautiful. And this was exposed way back already that they had beauty bias, which now brings me to my next point. Charli D'Amelio has become one of the famous TikTokers on the platform, and it was all because of famous TikTok dances at those times. Like for instance the Renegade. But if you know the story very clear, you know that the Renegade was actually started by this black chick known as Jalaya Harmon, if I'm right. And people were really thinking that Charli D'Amelio started this trend, and that just upsets me because for one, she never credited her in any way or form. And that's also a problem TikTok has, alright? They don't credit anybody for the origin of the dance. They just do it and become famous that way because it's just a game of who can become famous the first. Unlike other social media platforms where it's just about followers and all those kind of bullshit, you can actually get celebrity famous because of TikTok, alright? And this brings out the most depraved human beings out there. Now back to the whole Charli D'Amelio and Renegade shit. The fact that Charli D'Amelio has 100 million followers and this chick still sits on 2.8 million followers. Even appearing on the shit show that is Ellen DeGeneres, alright? That still didn't help her to reach over 10 million for having such a big part in Charli D'Amelio's career. Which, if you conclude the two things I said, you can kind of see a pattern here of black people being not getting as famous because they don't have the look that what society deemed beautiful, like white skin or even light skin. Light skin are seen as the most beautiful types of people out there. You're either white or light skin and you have a beautiful face. That's how you reach the TikTok top, alright? And you can say an argument like, oh, I know lots of other people like comedians or nifty type of people are famous too. But look at the majority of this, alright? TikTok is infamous for their lip syncs and their dances on that platform. And that's how most people got famous on there. Look, what I'm trying to say is, society deems white to be more beautiful and in general be more good looking than black people, you know? And I think TikTok shows this more than anything, alright? Because if you look at the most famous TikTok stars, they all have beautiful faces, or what society deems beautiful faces, alright? And I'm not gonna lie, they are beautiful, but so are black people, alright? And that is mostly because maybe kids these days are being brainwashed into thinking white is beautiful than black. And listen, I know we don't live in the Middle Ages where this was an issue, but if you look at footage out there of black people just being unhappy with the skin they were born in, like young children actually think their skin looks ugly, alright? Young black children, which really breaks my heart, because you shouldn't be ashamed of the skin you were born in, and your skin isn't ugly because of the tone. I mean, look at the fucking Hype House or the Sway House. All of them are white and famous, you know? And that's not to say that there aren't black houses out there, you know, TikTok houses. Because there are a few out there I saw. But nearly as much as white people houses, alright? That's what I've seen then. It's either all black or just one or two token black kids in there. And listen, I could be wrong, alright? But to me, Gen Z is the most cringiest people on earth, alright? From fucking e-boys to boys. Or even girls being so depraved they show every inch of their body in hopes of becoming famous. And listen, alright? Most of y'all know black people are some of the best dancers out there, alright? But yet on TikTok, none of them reach about the top 200 of people who are famous. Only young white people, most of the time some of the cringiest people out there. Makes me lose faith in humanity and in TikTok in general. And as I said, it can be that this isn't TikTok's fault, it's just society's choosing over a beautiful white people than over a black person that does the same thing. It's all about the looks, you know? People on TikTok are the most thirstiest people out there, alright? And little boys following beautiful girls is nothing new, you know? I did it when I was young, so I'm assuming most of the young boys do it these days also. But I hope you get what I mean with how people actually have a preference over beautiful people than for people with less beautiful faces or just black also. And don't get as much exposure as the boys on the internet or the girls who do every famous stolen dance out there and still get most exposure than the original person out there. Not to mention all the trends that's been started by black people and white people just capitalizing on them and just getting famous off of them. So I think TikTok's algorithm is broken, or society favors beautiful white people over black people. I just want to say this is all a theory, alright? Also, half of TikTok is just rehashed Facebook trends. I don't know if anybody else noticed this or not. But yeah, this is all from an observation standpoint, alright? I don't use TikTok, so I don't know what's playing on TikTok out there, but I've seen at least that not many black people are as famous as white people on there. But that's just a theory, alright? I'm just gonna put that out there and you guys judge if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Because I'm not afraid to be wrong here, alright? I'm just putting it out here from an observation standpoint. So if you agree, leave a like. If you don't agree, just dislike and comment why you disagree. Well, anyways, this has been Broski. Goodbye.